The first season of The Last of Us has already come to an end, unfortunately. But we already know that the second season is coming, and it's coming fast, okay? But for the second season, you have to be prepared, okay? Because things are gonna get a little wild. So get ready, okay? Because I'll let you in on all of this info and all the things that you need to know to get even more attached to the series. And in case you lack the brains to tell, this video will have some big spoilers. Other protagonists. Guys, in the first season of The Last of Us, the main core was just Joel and Ellie, okay? And nothing more. Of course, there were other characters, you know? But in the second season, if it follows the game like the first did, you can be sure that there will be another protagonist, okay? Oh, and don't worry, okay? Because it will be as incredible and as remarkable as Ellie and Joel. I'm sure that you're already there wondering, well, is there a way for another character to be as remarkable as the two of them? And yes, there is, okay? The other protagonist will be Abby, okay? And in the game, she's very my way or the highway. Either you will get attached to her and understand her, or you will hate her from the beginning to the end. There's no way to remain indifferent, okay? You can't be in the middle of them because she will be doing some pretty atrocious things. Time leap. From one game to the other, there was a jump of 4 years. Time, obviously. So Ellie was more like a teenager in that more, rebellious phase, using some illegal stuff and wanting to get to know the babes, you know what I mean? Joel, on the other hand, gathers a bit more dust in his shoulder, he gets older, more tired, but still crusty and badass, alright? But he begins to be a little more innocent, okay? Opening his heart and caring more about people, believing in certain things that the Joel from the first game would never believe. Jackson. They will definitely explore more of the city of Jackson, okay, where Joel and Ellie now live, with more freedom to explore things that we're not exploring in the games. The series will certainly show more of the city's life, It will show their entire security system, how they get food, hot water, and especially, and obviously some events that were only mentioned briefly in the second game. Okay, now hear me out. It's obvious that Joel and Ellie would bring problems to the city, and one of them was the attack by David's group, which will be a pretty good addition to the series, showing how they finished what they started with the cannibals. Darker themes. Okay, now you can't deny this. The second game has nothing happy. Do you remember that giraffe scene? That one that passed like a calm vibe, a little moment of laughter in the middle of the chaos? Well, you can't forget about this in Season 2. The second game was really dark, heavy, bloody. Only the worst feelings appeared in this game, okay? You can already be prepared to see things that will turn your stomach, okay? Things that will make your drop with so much cruelty. It's like Neil Druckmann himself said, the second game was a hate story and not a love story like the first. Well, guys, since even the creator himself said it, then believe me, it will be exactly that. New characters. Well, if you're gonna have a new protagonist, you have to have new supporting characters, And in part 2, there are many. Guys, with 2 main plots, there were also 2 cycles of supporting characters, and many of them were actually incredible. Okay, like Dina, a pregnant girl who helps Ellie in her journey. There's also Jesse, who's the father of Dina's child. And that's right, guys, okay? Dina was pregnant and went with Ellie anyway, and that turned into a giant headache for the both of them. On Abby's side, there is Owen, which is the guy that Abby's in love with. There's Mel, who was pregnant with Owen. Oh my god, it's so crazy how everyone's pregnant with each other and everyone falls in love with the pregnant, Whatever. Well, and there is the main one on her side, which is Lev, who made Abby change from water to wine, okay? All of them are mandatory in the second season. If they're left out, honestly, that would be like a sin. More infected. The only weak point in this first season, without a doubt, was the lack of infected in action, you know what I mean? Like, guys, come on, can we agree that infected appeared very little? How can a world that is devastated by a fungus that, infected everyone not appear more of them during the history? This is like a mistake that has to be fixed in the second season. Since in the second game, there were many parts of top action against these, cursed beasts. There's even new infection, like the King of Rats. Of course, the story of The Last of Us is more about the living, but overall, I want to see more of the infected, like at least one more episode like the 5th, with that horde and, the bloater. Come on, HBO, I've never asked you for anything, just do this one for us. Relationship changes. Those who watched the last episode for sure knew that this was bound to happen. Guys, Joel lied straight to Ellie, okay? Do you think Ellie just wouldn't find out the truth someday? Of course she would. Remember, kids, lies have short legs. Eventually, she found out about everything, and that threw her relationship with Joel just down the gutter and left them both pretty shaken, unfortunately. But always with a little love, left in the heart. Oh, and also it won't just be their relationship that changed, okay? But practically all relationships are turned upside down. You can expect surprising things, okay? Like a Mexican soap opera. Only the confusion, everything is very well explained and developed, of course. More flashbacks. So the second part didn't show the whole story in a proper chronological order that only went forward. Many times it would rewind and show the past, of other characters. In the first season, there were some flashbacks like Ellie's mother and the episode of Ellie with Riley. But in the second season, guys, there probably will be a lot more flashbacks. I had said that in the second game, there were no moments of joy, okay? But in one of the flashbacks, actually, there was one indeed. The one on Ellie's birthday, okay? And when this episode appears, you can buy 1,000 boxes of tissue because you cry like a baby, okay? You can write that down. A more controversial plot. The plot of the second game, guys, was like packed, crowded, just full of controversies, and most definitely the second season of the series will also be like that. The plot is already much darker and is also like more controversial, dealing with more with like religion, with the sexuality of the characters, torture, death of a person in a situation that would shock anyone, and of course the first big death it will have. A lot of fans dropped the game after that death, but those who did that missed actually an incredible and remarkable story. So don't stop the series after that, okay? You have to watch until the end because it will be worth your time and your tears. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please make sure to like the video because it will help me so much. The video will get, shared to other people and it will grow my channel and I will, okay, well, never mind. Just subscribe also because it will help me so much. We're almost hitting, actually, let me check how much we're hitting. Sorry, just a moment, guys. Right now, guys, we're at 805 subscribers. If I post this video and we get to 820, that'd be crazy. So please subscribe because it will help me so much. And also, click the little bell below because you will not miss out on any of our next videos. And if you want to get caught up in all the news of the pop culture world, you gotta subscribe. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.